Hello, I'm a big fella. I've got my butt off the sofa and I've travelled to Edinburgh. Yes, I am in Edinburgh, my hometown. Well, sort of. I was born 20 miles away from here, but I did live in Edinburgh for some time before I moved away to London, and I still classify it as my town.
So this walkabout was done all in one day. I'm going to start here at the castle. This is the esplanade at the castle, which they use for the military tattoo. And this is the view you get from that area. So we're going to head down the Royal Mile shortly, starting off with the first of the attractions on this mile, and that is the Camera Obscura. You pay to get into this, and you've got top, you have a sort of a panoramic kind of view of the city. And directly opposite Camera Obscura, you have the Scottish Whisky Experience, which charts the whisky from its beginnings here in Scotland, and even got a little barrel you sit in and it takes you around and shows you different things. It's quite interesting actually. And you also get a wee dram at the end. Next door to that you have the Witchery, which is a famous restaurant. It's been there for years and years and years, and you can catch the witching tours there as well. A lot of this street is full of tourist shops, and that's why we are just going to divert right now down a little side street.
So the first junction you come to, which you'll see this church here, which is an old church now, it's now the Edinburgh Festival Centre. So if you're facing it to its left, you'll see this little street, the Victoria Lane, and if you walk down that, you'll come to a little hideout. A lot of tourists don't know about this, and this actually is Victoria Terrace, and it's above, you're actually walking above Victoria Street, and Victoria Street is something special. So let's take a wander down Victoria Street.
And on this street you'll find the first, original and best seemingly, museum dedicated to Harry Potter. Now we come to the foot of the Victoria Street, you will see this. This is an old water fountain used for cattle and horses away back in the day, and the strange thing is it is stuck right in the middle of a road. Very impressive though. And that takes you down to the Grass Market. Now the Grass Market, you can see the length of it, that's the full length of the Grass Market section we're going to have a look at, and it's famous for its pubs. Guess how many pubs are on this street? Let's have a count. Yes, an amazing 8 pubs, and the whole area is absolutely chock-a-block come the festival time. It's great atmosphere. Okay, back onto the high street again, and we're just walking past this pub down to the next major junction, which is on George IV Bridge. That there is the Bank of Scotland headquarters, and in the corner we have the famous Deacon Brodie Tavern, famous because of course he was the inspiration for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And we're going to walk down this street here. This is George IV Bridge. We're walking down here for a couple of reasons. One, this is the Elephant House, the birthplace of Harry Potter. Said that J.K. Rowling penned her first Harry Potter novel in this cafe. Further down the road we have the Scottish Museum of Scotland. We're not going in there. And just directly opposite that we have this little doggy, and this is Grayfriers Bobby. He is famous for staying at his master's side when his master kicked the bucket, and he stayed there until he kicked the bucket himself. It's also tradition to rub his nose. And the graveyard that was all meant to be set in, if you see a Walt Disney film, actually it's based on this, is down this little road here.
They don't actually know where Grayfriers Bobby was actually buried. They do have a gravestone as you enter the graveyard to sort of a mark a bit of respect, but they don't actually know where he was buried. But it's actually a very interesting graveyard to have a little wander around.
There are a lot of famous Scottish people buried in this graveyard, and it's alleged that J.K. Rowling used some of the surnames in this graveyard as characters in her Harry Potter books. However, there is one man in particular buried here, and that is the famous poet William McGonagall.
William McGonagall was reported to be Scotland's worst poet, and if you indulge me, I shall try to do one of his poems. I don't know it off by heart, but here goes. On a hill stood a coo. It's no there new. I think.
Okay, we're back onto the High Street now, and this is St Giles Cathedral. And just outside St Giles Cathedral, you will see on the pavement this. This is the Heart of Midlothian. Now, it is reputed that this used to be the entrance to a prison, and the prisoners used to come out to get executed, hung, and they used to spit at the heart as a way of defiance. However, these days, it is considered to be lucky if you spit in the heart of the heart, and it's the only place in Edinburgh where if a policeman sees you, you will not get reprimanded. The Heart of Midlothian. You see a lot of tourists bending down to take photographs at this heart, and their knees in the middle, and it's pretty blech. But there you go. The Heart of Midlothian. Look from above, don't go any closer. So just past St Giles Cathedral, on the other side of the road, you come to the City Chambers. In the middle, you will see this statue. Now, this statue is famous for one particular reason, and that is the artiste of this statue was getting a bit cheesed off with the council for not paying him for his work. So he took revenge, and he gave the horse pig ears. And this statue has been there ever since. He didn't tell anybody till late after it was too late, and this statue is pig-eared.
This is the only time you see a Scotsman in a kill.
So next up is the Tron Church. Now, this used to be the place where everybody went to celebrate Hogmanay. Not anymore. The church closes down, and it is now Our Heritage Museum, and it looks amazing inside. Just amazing the tourist tack you can buy on the high street. I mean, okay, the coo, yes, but a tapping teddy bear? I don't know. Anyway, my favourite museum is here. It's the Museum of Childhood. I love this. You can spend hours in here. It's absolutely, if you get a chance to go here, please do. It is absolutely fantastic. And last but not least, it's the John Knox House. Again, it's well worth the visit and very interesting. So we're leaving the Royal Mile and heading down to Princes Street. the Dean Village is such a beautiful area of Edinburgh, and it's well worth the visit. It's a little hidden gem, not a lot of tourists know about it. Well, that's it. That's your little tour of Edinburgh, all done within one day, and no buses, all walking. So I hope you enjoyed. You take care, and please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again sometime in the near future. Take care. Bye bye.